Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Deputy Governor Quadri Hamzat attends CIBN Generation Next Forum. Lagos State carries out free limb deformity corrective surgery for children, and Nigerian Guild of Editors organizes memorial lecture in honor of Latif Jakande. The Lagos State government has affirmed that the nation must recognize that the time to empower and prepare the youth to contribute meaningfully to the economic ecosystem is now. The Deputy Governor of Lagos, Quadri Hamzat, made this comment while speaking at the maiden edition of the Generation Next Forum organized by the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN, in Lagos. Take a look.
Of this institute and of the nation.
It's the maiden edition of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria Generation Next Forum at Queen's Park Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Stakeholders of the CIBN, the Deputy Governor of Lagos, Quadri Hamzat, youth, and other key players in the banking industry are here to deliberate on the new era of innovation that will help the banking industry perform better, and want the youth to join the team in achieving desired results.
The Generation Next Forum serves as a vital platform aimed at rekindling interest among the younger generation in the banking industry and finance profession. The chosen theme, very apt, Industry 5.0 Banking Revolution, Insights for Generation Next, reflect the industry's ever-changing landscape and the impact of technological advancements. Our ultimate goal is to empower the younger generation with the necessary skills and competencies to adapt and excel in this dynamic banking environment. To achieve this, we have gathered 21 distinguished industry experts who will share their valuable insights on the event's theme.
The president of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, Mr. Ken Okpara, says the CIBN Generation Next Forum is dedicated to inspiring the younger generation to pursue rewarding careers within the banking industry.
If you are a Gen Z or a millennial in this hall, please can you make some noise? The future is now. The program today is for you. So much excitement, networking, mentoring, good fare, so much loaded. And I want you to unwind. I want you to feel very free. You have permission today to meet and network with anyone that is here today, even our dear Deputy Governor that is representing the government. And I can assure you, today promises to be loads of fun because we believe that the future belongs to you.
For the Deputy Governor of Lagos, the convergence of advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence must be well utilized to transform the finance sector by giving the youth the opportunity to unlock the full potentials of the industry.
So as a government, we are committed to fostering an enabling environment that encourages the growth and development of all critical sectors, including banking sector in our state. Hence, the deployment of our metropolitan fiber network, measuring 3,000 kilometers across our state. And of course, our Smart City initiative that has led to the installation of 800 cameras now. We're going to 3,000 cameras across the state. This will help us to automate things, security, transportation, and the rest. A lot of this initiative has led to massive investment in data centers by big players like Google in Lagos. In the last 2-3 years, we have 4 new data centers
in Lagos. So to our young ladies and gentlemen in this room, I say this: let us please embrace change, because it is the cornerstone of any progress. The future usually belongs to those who dare to innovate, disrupt the status quo, and embrace the possibility that come with new technologies. The fact that it was done during Mongo Park's time doesn't mean that is how it should be now. So we must disrupt the equilibrium. Let us seize this moment as an opportunity to learn, to unlearn, relearn, and grow and position ourselves as molders of tomorrow. I know that in our universities, we are learning a lot, or we've learned a lot, we've graduated. But that knowledge is to allow you to be able to search for information. It's not absolute. And as such, be open-minded to learn new things and be able to adapt it. The Generation Next Forum is not just about inspiring ideas. It is about fostering collaboration and partnership. It should bring together the brightest mind in the industry, experienced professionals, and our youth to work hand in hand so that we can ensure that we have insights that we can share freely, and that mentorship programs can be established where we can actually mentor people on the right focus of how to grow. As we explore the possibilities of this initiative, let us not forget that the banking and finance sector has a vital role to play in driving economic growth and financial stability, and it must be aligned with the broader development goal of our nation. So together we can build a resilient and inclusive financial ecosystem that benefits all Nigerians.
The Lagos State government has again assured of its commitment to foster an enabling environment that encourages the growth and development of all critical sectors that will be of benefit for youth development and social inclusion.
Now to health matters. Over 50 people, mainly children, have benefited from the Lagos State government's free limb deformity corrective surgery and rehabilitative program, an intervention targeted at the treatment and rehabilitation of people, especially children with lower limb deformities. The Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, who visited the latest beneficiaries of the exercise at Bagada General Hospital, says a lot of young people that have issues with bone deformities, which has affected their self-esteem, and the state government is determined to assist those in that category.
Joy of every woman is to carry her baby after the 9-month journey. Some of these babies are hale and hearty. Others have major abnormalities like limb deformity, which can be present at birth or acquired as a result of injury, infection, or tumor. Leg length discrepancy causes pain for babies or adults, and the lack of funds for surgery has made some parents lose hope of getting it corrected. In Lagos, the state government is making changes since it began the Limb Deformity Corrective Surgery program started in 2007. This year, over 50 children are benefiting from the exercise, and their parents are grateful.
When she was a baby, I just noticed that the two legs bend. So later on, they said the leg is going to straight, but later the thing did not straight. So my friend now told me about this Low Lagos. So when I came to the place, they attended to us. So all the tests, we run the tests, we didn't pay 1 naira. Everything, both the X-ray, we do the X-ray. Then they now book us for surgery.
I had similar issue when I was small, and we thought it will overcome it. Then during process, we've tried different doctors. Some say they won't carry out the operation. It may not require the operation, in which when it started growing, we now discover the deformation is not getting too much. Then we hear about Low Lagos program, in which even at the initial stage, we never believe they are going to carry it out. Under 2-3 weeks, they call us back to carry out some X-ray, in which after the X-ray, the message was sent last week, the operation is going to be carried out today. Alhamdulillah, for the successful operation, they've been carried out since yesterday. We pray Almighty Allah continue to be strengthening them, the government, the organizers, and the doctor. Wishing them the best of luck ahead.
The Permanent Secretary, State Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, says the government plans to do more in the next 4 years.
What we have in there is a lot of young people that have had issues with bone deformities, and that have affected, one, their self-esteem and their ability to function normally in society. And a lot of them, sometimes it's just the cost of the surgery or access to the surgery that has kept them like that for several years. And so this program aims at addressing that in stages. And so I saw a lot of people who we had operated on and are recovering, and some are still in surgery right now there. And we can only imagine what impact it would have on their lives. The point is, some of these people had been on wait lists somewhere or the other for a while when they couldn't afford the surgery. And so our point is to improve their lives, improve their health, improve the quality of their lives, improve their self-esteem, and generally just make life easier and better for their parents as well. And this is not a one-off. This has started since 2007, and it's something that we do in stages. We screen lots of people. Some are eligible for this surgery, because in an outreach like this, you can only really do minor surgery that someone stays maximum one night and then goes away. So we screen people, and then we select the ones that are eligible for surgery, and then we conduct the surgeries. In this round, we're doing 53 surgeries, but we intend to do this at least quarterly. Sometimes I'm sure we'll do about 100 or 200. We want to reach about 1,000 over the next 3 or 4 years.
The healing process for these children also comes in stages, which is explained by the program coordinator.
We understand that the process for healing after surgery is about 3 months for children. After that, you can go back to the normal activities. But we have some of the cases that are really bad, and so they can be corrected in phases. So we do 3 months for the first phase, when they heal and recover, and then we can back up another 7 surgeries for them to heal and then to recover. Each kind of deformity requires a special kind of specialist to provide interventions for them. We are focusing on lower limb deformities. Okay, and then these come in different categories as well, so which is why we do a screening previously. So we have hundreds and hundreds of parents come with their children to come and say if they will qualify for children's surgeries. But we know that some of them have, underlying nutritional issues like calcium deficiency, which would, of course, cause some of those deformities to occur. So part of the things that we're also doing is providing nutritional interventions for some of those children who have calcium deficiencies, to be able to correct that first, and then we can embark on surgeries to be able to do the first stage was the screening that we had previously done. After that, we have done the surgeries. After the surgery, we're going to embark on rehabilitation as well. So we have physiotherapists who also come in, because they've been used to working in certain kind of way because of the body, so they need to be trained to be able to work properly. And of course, we follow them up, be sure that everybody is doing well. And then after a couple of months, we bring them together and see how they do, take pictures with them, celebrate with them as well.
The Permanent Secretary also speaks about the ongoing resident doctor strike across states.
From time to time, we do have challenges with our health workers. This is actually a national strike. It's not really something about issues with us and our own employees in Lagos. But even when those happen, we resolve them and we move on.
Even as these children look forward to walking normally, they still have to go through physiotherapy to reach full normalcy.
Lagosians, it is no news that the present administration of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu delivered projects in different sectors of the economy through the themes agenda. With this success in mind, the second term of the present administration has included social inclusion, gender equality, and the affairs of youths in its agenda. Now, we have the Themes Plus agenda. With this, no one is left behind on account of their social status, gender, or age. Lagosians, be prepared for another 4 years of a total revamp in all sectors. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe ni o.
And finally on the program, former Ogun State Governor Olusegun Oshoba, former military governor of Imo State, Major General Ike Nwachukwu retired, The publisher of Vanguard newspapers, Mr. Sam Amoka, were among eminent personalities that spoke highly of the former governor of Lagos State, Latif Jakande, at the first annual memorial lecture organized for him. The Nigerian Guild of Editors is celebrating the legend for his exemplary role in journalism, politics, and governance.
He was the editor-in-chief of the Nigerian Tribune.
Industry players in mainstream media, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Hamzat, the wife of the first civilian governor of Lagos State, Mrs. Sikira Jakonde, among other important personalities, converged on Ikeja, Lagos for the maiden Latif Jakande Annual Memorial Lecture organized by the Nigerian Guild of Editors, which he established in 1961. The first in the series highlights the impact he made in developing Lagos State and Nigeria and his contributions to the journalism profession and ways to reshape the media industry.
Abakekere devoted his entire professional and political career to advancing values of liberty and social justice. He also exemplified the values of honesty, integrity, courage, and fairness. He told the stories of the powerless and held the powerful to account. He demonstrated commitment to our journalistic freedom and long-term survival. The circumstances in which we report and distribute and obtain the news have changed dramatically. It is therefore our constitutional duty to reposition and revitalize the media, just as Baba Kekere and his colleagues did to meet the challenges of their time. Indeed, Section 22 of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999 as amended, articulates the meaning and purpose of our profession and the role we are to play. Section 22 provides that the press, radio, television, and other agencies of mass media shall at times be free to uphold the fundamental objectives contained in that chapter and uphold the responsibility and accountability of government to the people. Therefore, we should find ways of addressing the impact of new technologies in every part of our work as journalists and media practitioners. We have to work harder and do more to adjust and adapt to survive and bring our work to new audiences. The media must work to ensure the financial and editorial independence of our profession as the first estate of the realm, if we are to effectively and efficiently discharge our constitutional duty under Section 22 of holding power to account and upholding human rights and democratic principles.
His associates and students speak highly of the late journalist and governor and their experience with Baba Kekere, as is popularly called.
It was at Ilesha Grammar School that LKJ began the process of cutting his journalistic teeth by editing the school's quarterly Mirror, a literary journal. From that rudimentary beginning in journalism, he migrated to full-blown print journalism. First at the Daily Express, Daily Service, and later at the Nigerian Tribune Group on the invitation of the founder, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. From reporter, then editor, he rose to the pinnacle of the profession to become the managing director and chief of staff of the Tribune Group until he quit in 1978 to contest to become the first elected civilian governor of Lagos State on October 1, 1979.
Whatever I became in later years as an officer of the Nigerian Army was because I worked under such persons as Latif Jakande and Alade Odunwewu and Latif Teniola, who was my news editor. I cannot but always revere them. And please, whatever you do, remember this great man called Jakande and follow his path. He lit the light to our feet, and we had not gone wrong ever since.
Jakande created a political clinic created a consulting room. When he was governor in his house, I don't know whether 2 or 3 days in the week, anybody, whoever you are, you can come to Jakande as your governor, just take your cue, and he will listen to everybody, like any doctor would do. It was Botkak, a whole governor. He lived in his own house. He looked at you. He drove his own car, and he will sit down. Any problem you have, whoever you are, you don't need an appointment. Anybody in Lagos, anybody anywhere, you bring your problem to Jakande, Elijah will testify. He will sit down in his conference room there, and he will listen to everybody before he goes to bed. I don't think we have seen any governor that is that grass-rooted as Alhaji Latif Jakande.
I had accidentally had the fortune of coming to be supervised by the late Alhaji Jakande. I was sent by the Guild of Editors to be on the board of the NIJ, Nigeria Institute of Journalism. NIJ used to be very close to his home at Ogba. So he didn't come to NIJ to supervise on meeting days only. Alhaji Jakande could drop in at any moment because NIJ was also part of his family. What would I say of him? Throughout our being on that board, he maintained a very high degree of moral ground. It's very rare to find somebody who would discover his mistake and also be the one to correct himself.
His foray into politics must have been a tough decision for the family, going by this revelation from one of his sons.
We are very, very grateful for the glowing tribute, for all the kind words that have been said about him. Very, very importantly, that these words continue to, because in Yoruba culture, when you talk about Poju, Irolu Bembe, or we keep listening to things about Alhaji Jakande and Oroyepo, but there's zero combe. So it's been very consistent. I want to let us appreciate and celebrate Alhaji Jakande. Alhaji Jakande, for me, I think she deserves to be celebrated. Alhaji Jakande has given us, or allowed Alhaji Jakande to be selfless. He allowed him to govern the city of Lagos as a selfless governor. Because we all know what happens in the other room. And Chief Tola, there's the other room. So we all know what happened in the other room. He has allowed Alhaji's story to be what we can hear today, because she has the capacity to have changed what we are listening to today. Let me use this medium to also appeal to Mr. Governor to revisit the issue of Lagos State University. Alhaji Latif Jakande founded Lagos State University. And Alhaji said, when he started designing, or they started with, I think, late Professor Femi Agbalajobi, when they started the works on Lagos State University, that was when Professor Ambrose Ali came, and the late Onabanjo, Bishop Onabanjo. And he has asked Professor Femi Agbalajobi to put them through. And that is how they were able to have Ogun State University and Bendel State University.
Dr. Hamzat also describes Latif Jakande's life as a reflection of humanity at its abundance, with several stories of positive impact.
A life well spent is not determined by how long, but how impactful. Well, today we must give thanks to Almighty God that the man we are celebrating had both opportunities. He lived a very long life and he lived a very impactful life. Therefore, it is great to commend the President of Nigerian Guild of Editors and members of the Guild for deeming it fit and appropriate to initiate Latif Jakande Annual Memorial Lecture in honor of one of the founding fathers and first president of this esteemed body 62 years ago. The theme of this maiden lecture, Latif Jakande the Man, is journalism, is politics, is art, and we x-ray the life journey and milestone achievement of Latif Jakande, which revolve around his profession as a journalist and his calling as a consummate politician. There is no gainsaying that both in his profession and his calling, Latif Jakande demonstrated visionary leadership and selflessness in the service of people and humanity generally. The Nigerian Guild of Editors, which has grown to become a highly respected body in the media industry, is a testament to his vision and exemplary leadership. The administration and good people of Lagos State will forever remember Alhaji Latif Jakande and his good deeds to Lagosians.
To Alhaji Latif Jakande.
For many, it was a priority event which created another opportunity to honor the late Latif Jakande for his good deeds to humanity.
And that's the program for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Until we come your way again next time, remember to always stay safe. Bye for now.